Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. So I've been testing out the army battle plans thing, and I've created this battle plan for us for potential invasion of Spain. It won't go through until I click this button, so we won't do anything about it. But I just thought I'd say that's kind of our, that would be our plan, assuming that this is where the people in Spain we want to attack are. I'm sorry, I don't know where things appear in the game or where they appeared. Like, I don't know exactly where we want to attack, but I think that seems like a good spot. Anyway, we're going to unpause the game and we're going to see if what we did last time actually is what we wanted. Like, did we do what we wanted? So I'm going to speed up to about speed 3 and let's see what happens. So we got all the resources we needed. All of that went away. So if we go to trade, we are getting some steel from Greece. We are getting some aluminium from the Soviet Union. They had 78 to export, they gave 8 to us. Greece gave us all their steel, well, a lot of their steel, and Soviet Union gave us a lot of their oil. Cool. Maybe we want to go improve relations with the Soviet Union if we're going to be trading with them a lot. Let's see if we've got anything like that. Stage a coup? Probably not. Asked to join faction? No. Improve relations. We would have to have. It'll cost 10 political power to start improving relations. We don't have 10. But yeah, maybe that's an idea for later. All these guys should be moving up to the border and they shouldn't do anything more, if I've got this right. If they do something more, I will just have to reload from before. I was saying they shouldn't have to do anything more. But they'll all sit at the border and they'll get a prep bonus here, I believe. And the longer they stay there, the larger the prep bonus. And in theory, that should be pretty good. Right, let's see how things are going. So our tech is all fine. Just checking that nothing has gone crazy. I don't think anything's gone crazy. We're going to maybe go up to speed 4. Maybe zoom out, see what we've got going on in the world. Don't see anything massive happening just yet. I don't assume anything massive is going to happen. What we might want to do, actually, is we might want to put our units that we've got down here in Portugal, like in foreign lands. We might want to put them into armies, and then maybe we can assign them battle plans. Now, do we have any leaders we can assign to this? We have no leaders we can assign. We could get some new commanders for 5 political power, which we do have. Not going to do that just yet, because we don't really need them to. So we can get these guys to exercise. The units will consume equipment while gaining experience. Their country will also gain army experience, with each unit whose experience level is at least 2 trained. Maybe. I think we're just going to get these guys to create a bit of a front line up here on the Belgian border. So let's go for something like that, a little bit of a defensive line. And then these guys will create a defensive line on the United Kingdom border up here. So maybe something like, I guess I need to set these guys as an army. There you go, then I can get them to set a defensive line up here. Front line. Set a front line? There we go. Yeah. They're obviously not going to be able to set a very big front line, but we'll kind of send them off. We'll say that's what they want them to do. Cool. And then we'll just kind of head back out. We do have a lot of units training, which hopefully we can add to this army. In fact, I was wondering how many we needed to train last time. We were training 5. I think if we go up to training, and if we train another 6 on top of that, that'll give us a full arm, like as many troops as this leader can hold. So that seems like a good idea. What was that? That was in recruit and deploy. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going for 11. 9, 10, 11. And then we have to choose where we want them to be set. Okay. And we probably want them all coming in Regia, if we can. Beja, sorry. And we'll get them all to head in there. Or is it Beja? I don't know. Foreign languages are not my strong suit. So that should be 11. Yeah, that works out fine. Cool. Just let time move on. See how things are doing. Shouldn't be anything massive happening just yet. It's been like a day in game time, so we imagine anything else go massive. We do have some islands over here, but there's not really a front line we can set over there. It's just kind of, we have some people on the islands. Okay. Right. Listen to the nice music. It is pretty good music we've got going on here. Don't see anybody that we've not had any war declarations, I assume. I assume we get pop-ups about these things, but maybe you have to enable them. Who knows? I'm going to speed up the game slightly again. See, risk speed 5 for a little bit. Nothing seems to be happening. Maybe we'll need to wait till first set of national focus is finished, so in about 40 days. So we'll speed it right up. Ooh, don't know what happened with the camera there. That was a little bit of a bug. Okay, that's fine. These things happen on release. Right, and we'll just let it keep going. Yeah, not too much happening in the world. I assume everybody's just building up their own production. How is our production going, out of curiosity? If we go to our construction here, all of our civilian buildings are still busy building factories, I think, right? Yeah, we're all still busy building all of that. Now we could change our priority so we build more military factories, but I quite like our building our civilian factories first. Right, who do we want to attack, like, early? Spain? Probably. I'm thinking after Spain. Do we want to go anywhere else? Do we want to maybe attack France in North Africa? Maybe that could be where we do, like, contribute the most. That we start our north. We have a strong navy that keeps France from coming. Oh, here's something. But we have a strong navy that stops France from kind of heading around everywhere. Like, they can't get through Spain, presumably. We have the navy just block them from getting past, and then we invade Northern Africa, possibly. We'll see what's going on. Anyway, the remilitarization of the Rhineland. Germany has stationed troops in the Rhineland territory close to the French border in clear violation of the Treaty of Versailles. The local population cheered the German soldiers on, while the diplomatic reactions from France and Britain have been so far muted. It is no more than the Germans walking into their own backyard, a political commentator in Britain observed. Worrying. And that is us finished our industrial effort, which gives us extra research speed for industry. Cool. Where do we want to go next? Maybe construction effort could be a good idea. Get more civilian factories, get more production going. Or naval effort if we want to get just a whole bunch more navy going. I think we're going to go, or we could go straight into political stuff. Like, we could go into political effort if we get a lot of political power and really push ourselves towards the kind of communist way. Let's go for civilian factories first. Yes, this will bypass the following focus, not above building slots for civilian factories. Okay, sounds fine. Cool. Right. Yeah, don't really have too much else going on. I think these guys should be in a different... Is there a way to create more theaters? Because the theaters, I believe, affect where reinforcements are sent. So, like, could we move this army into a new theater? And that'll be kind of over that side, and these guys will be in another new theater. Cool. That makes a little bit more sense. And then our army's a little bit more separated. Cool. Can we have a look at our navy? Like, I was seeing if there was like an easier way of looking at our navy. So that would be strategic naval map mode. I just want to see how much we have. I don't think we had a lot of navy. I just wanted to know where it was. I just realized I didn't know where it was. So we have this one being built in like 1.5 years. We might not have had any navy beforehand, actually. I don't know. I guess we just didn't have any navy beforehand. That's a little bit worrying. Or we had convoys, but I don't know if we have any actual... Oh, there we go. Oh no, there's our navy. Destroyer class. We have 9 of them. Maybe this map mode is it? So we have 9 there, and we don't have any other navy people anywhere else, right? No. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check that out. And then Air Force, I assume we don't have very much of, if any. We have 24. We have close air support and tactical bombers. And I assume that's the only place we have any kind of air going on. Yeah, that is the only place we have air going on. Useful. What's the map mode for keys? So F1. Cool. And we'll continue just waiting it out, seeing what happens. We're not going to be the people to make the first move, but there is a little bit of world tension, all generated by the Rhineland in Germany. Okay. Our research is almost finished in basic machine tools. Cool. Our construction effort is working on nicely. Be able to start constructing more things and more quickly very soon. Imagine soon it's just starting up. You can kind of feel our production kind of starting up there. I kind of want to see the Civil War start very soon in Spain, but we'll see. Yes, 9 days. We'll finish that. The Spanish Civil War. Perfect. A Civil War has a... I thought the thing was paused. Okay, there we go. We finished our construction focus. The Spanish Civil War. A civil war has erupted in Spain. Several generals seeking to overthrow the current government in Madrid have issued a pronunciamiento. A large portion of the Spanish armed forces have answered their call to arms. This right-wing nationalist faction has occupied much of Spain, including the overseas territories. Loyalist forces and volunteers have assembled under the left-wing Republican government, determined to resist the push into their to their last breath. The battle for Spain has begun. What will this mean for Spain? Nationalist Spain has... I wish it wouldn't unpause when I finished that event. Anyway, we finished our basic machine tools. Nationalist Spain has declared war on Spain. Now, can we justify a reason to declare on Nationalist Spain here? These are all fascist. We can't justify a war goal because we don't have enough world tension. We can't get a non-aggression pact. We can't join an ally in this war because we're not in part of a faction. We could improve relations, but we can't do anything else there. Republican Spain? Nothing we can do there either. Okay, so I guess we just have to wait for world tensions to get higher. And I guess that was pushed up. Largest world tension was just pushed up by the Soviet Union there, because they sent 5 volunteer divisions to Republican Spain. Can we send any volunteers? We need world tension to be at 40%. Okay, and then we need 30 divisions to be able to send to volunteer forces. Okay. So we'll just keep our plans in mind, not really do much else. What are these? Oh, no national focus set, yes. So you got construction efforts, so we got our extra civilian building. We get another one. Or maybe we want to go down the political effort right now and start moving into where we want to go in the future. I don't know. Probably just more construction. We'll just keep going construction, it seems fine. Research slot available. Okay, what do we want to research? Well, we could improve machine tools, but that's ahead of time. This is mutually exclusive with dispersed infantry. So these are 2 options here. Factory output plus 20%, max factories in a state plus 20%, or factory output plus 10%, production efficiency retention plus 10%, factory bomb vulnerability plus 10%, and max factories in a state plus 20%. Okay, so they both increase max factories in a state, but this one increases the output. And this one also increased the output, but by half as much, and instead increases the production efficiency retention, which I believe is if it's building the same thing, it will eventually get better at it, and then you get an extra 10%, and it's less vulnerable to bombs. Okay, synthetic oil. Enables building synthetic refinery, which would allow us to be less reliant on the Soviet Union for our oil. Okay. It's also behind time, so that would give us faster research on it. Okay. Or we can increase this, which would make our construction speed overall just go up. That could be an interesting idea. Oh wait, no, this isn't because it's behind time. This is because we've got 50% increase on industry. Yeah. In which case, let's go straight for construction speed increase. I think that seems like the best thing to do. We're building a lot of buildings right now. Seems like a good place to really go for. Right. Anything else we're looking at here? Modify government. You can change material designer, industrial concern, political advisor, theorist, chief of army, chief of air force, chief of navy, military high command, aircraft designer, ship designer, or tank designer. I guess this means we have a lot of political power. Yes. Okay. Well, what do we have in our laws and government already? We are volunteer only. Recruitable, that's our conscription law. So only 1.5% of the population is recruitable. Export focus, so resources to the market goes up by 50%, factory output goes up by 50%, construction speed goes up by 10%, and research speed goes up by 5%. Okay. Or goes down by 5%. And civilian economy, consumer goods factories go up by 30%, but their construction speed is lower, and civilian to military factory conversion speeds are slower. Okay. That's fine for just now. What we might want to do is we might want to... so we could either democratic reformer and move towards democracy, which is an option we could go for if we, say, wanted to go heavily against nationalist Spain. We could definitely go for that. That would lose us our ally, and I think we're going for the Soviet route, which actually probably means that we wanted to scrap this plan. How do you scrap a plan? I don't know. We'll keep it going for just now. Or we can get the fascist guy, and that give us the event fascism on the rise. We get the communist guy, gives us the event communism on the rise. No, let's get us the event communism on the rise. Alvaro Cunhal. While workers rise up against their oppressors around the world, those who claim to have achieved class consciousness in Portugal sit idly by and wait for the change to come from within a political system so thoroughly corrupt only revolution could save us from it. So speak new voices in the Portuguese communist movement, referring to the rule of Estado Novo as a dictatorship of the bourgeois. They've begun calling for it to be brought out of power by any means necessary. Where these means come from, within or without, remain to be seen. There may be those within the government itself who support such ideas, or a movement for the people must seek support from the people. So, increases the chance of eternal support for a communist coup, or increases the chance for popular support amongst communist uprising. Let's try and increase the eternal support for a communist coup. See how that goes. And now we are daily... these should be going up. Yes, the communist faction is going up daily. Cool. We'll see how that goes. We're a little bit low in political power, but I would like to use our next slot to improve relations with another communist group. I think that would work pretty well for us. Hopefully. Anything else that we've got close? We've got some research close to being done. Our trade is fine. Our buildings are being constructed. Our production is fine, although we may need another military factory. Maybe we should look at that next in our research. And how are these guys looking? Are these guys set priority for things being upgraded? Are these being built, or do we have none being built? These aren't actually being actively built, as far as I can tell. Number of serial training divisions that each line will complete. Saying infinite means each line will train a new division when a previous one is deployed. Oh, are these production lines? Oh. Oh, these are production lines for infantry, I think, not individual infantry. So if we set it to, like, 1, it will build 1. If we set it to infinite, it will build infinite. I see. So actually, we don't need all of these guys. We can just say that we want you to be in Beja. And then we just wait for them to be produced. And then if we set it to high priority, they'll be produced first. If we set it to medium priority, then it'll just kind of do it whenever. I see. That makes a lot more sense. It was trying to build like 11 things in parallel. I get it. So we got fleet in being. This gives our fleet extra organization, so it indicates combat readiness and how organized the unit is. A unit with no organization can't fight or move efficiently. Okay. Ships staying in port where they are safer and only engage enemies at opportune moments. The presence of our ships will make enemies more reluctant to take our ports. Okay. So we can go further down here. We could go like to getting different kind of organization things. Okay. Well, let's leave fleet. Let's leave naval doctrine for just now. We don't really need to worry about that. Now this increases battleship and heavy cruiser stuff. So we might want to learn what heavy cruisers are and what battleships are. That might be a good idea. Or we want to go further into industry, which is definitely an idea. Let's go further into industry. Where does this one lead? So this kind of goes similar routes, except that this one has more bomb vulnerability, less bomb vulnerability, and this one has more output. Okay. Let's go concentrated in industry. Let's research some of that. Just continually go into industry. Try and really push that as an idea. Okay, cool. We've got a lot of political power. I'm going to spend some of it to improve relations with the Soviet Union. I would very much like that. We have different ideology groups. The cost to improve relations is higher. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll pay the increased cost. I think that's alright. Okay. Anything else that we want to do? Probably not. We'll just keep the rest of our political power for changing our own nation. And I think this is a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.